Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I have missed you guys. I can honestly say I cannot apologize enough for how long I've been away. I'm so sorry, life just kind of got in the way, but I'm back now. And in today's video I'm going to be just showing you guys how to keep your foundation from sliding and slipping everywhere. Like in the middle of summer now, the weather is so hot, this heat wave is crazy, and then like people now, have now decided to have the mindset like, oh, I'm not going to wear heavy makeup today because the weather is very hot. And but then, girl, if you want to wear your heavy makeup, then wear your heavy makeup, like who cares? So this video is actually here to help you. So if you're into makeup, don't let this summer heat or whatever climate you're having slow you down and keep you from doing the kind of makeup you love to do. So if you want to know how to keep your foundation on your face, how to keep your foundation from sliding everywhere, keep on watching. Without much rambling, guys, let's just get right into the video. So the first thing you have to know before applying your foundation, you should keep in mind that there are different skin types. We have 5 types basically. We have normal skin, we have dry skin, we have oily skin, we have combination skin, and we have sensitive skin. So to know the kind of foundation that actually works for you, you have to know the kind of skin you have. I have combination skin, which means that I tend to sweat only on my T-zone area. This helps me to actually know the kind of foundation that works for my skin. So I tend to use foundations that kind of control oil or do not have a very oil-based formula. But then after much trial and error, I realized that the kind of foundation that tends to work more for my skin is stick foundations. They produce kind of medium to full coverage because I have some spots here and there, but at the same time they are very lightweight. And the foundation I use is the black Opal True Color foundation, and my shade is in Nutmeg, and it's really good. But then times when my skin might actually feel dry and I need a little more moisture, I tend to go in with my Mary Kay medium coverage foundation, and I just kind of like dab a little on my face just to add that extra moisture because this is a liquid foundation. Now for dry skin, your skin tends to feel a little flaky, then you need to use a foundation that actually carries moisturizer. Now for normal skin, you guys kind of have it easy. You guys like live the easy life. Almost everything can actually work for you. You guys tend to have the even skin tone, spotless, flawless skin, so that shouldn't be a problem. But if you have sensitive skin, you guys easily get irritation on your skin. Your skin tends to show negative effects to a lot of products because of the chemicals that these products might contain. So I advise you guys to just use a foundation that's as light as possible. You might not even need foundation. You can use a tinted moisturizer or something like that. But for oily skin, you produce sweat a lot. You cannot go outside, stay for like 1 hour without sweating off your foundation. You need to get a very matte foundation with a very heavy duty formula. If you don't know your skin type, you can actually consult your dermatologist or simply just go online. I mean, Google is free, right? You can simply just go online and see if you can find some websites that can help you know your skin tone and the foundation that works best for you. So besides knowing that, you should know that there are also different kinds of foundation depending on your skin. We have matte foundations, we have cream foundations, we have stick foundations, we have so many different kinds, so many different textures. Like I said before, the foundation that works best for me is the stick foundation. If you have oily or combination skin, you need to use a foundation that tends to mattify your face, foundation with SPF, because people with oily skin tend to break out a lot. Like me, I break out like this. I go out in the sun, I stay for like 1 hour, I break out. I don't wash my face before I go to bed, I break out. So it's like that for us. It's that easy. So you need to pay very good attention to your skin. Skin comes first. If you don't have good skin, applying makeup isn't going to be very easy for you. So with that being said, before you apply your makeup, you have to make sure that your skin is moisturized and well taken care of. Like for me, before I apply my makeup, I use my cleanser. The cleanser that I use is the Neutrogena Acne Stress Control Cleanser. This is what I use, and I just use it with my cotton. I just take like one roll of cotton and then I use this and I wipe my face every morning after I take a shower. Besides this, I also use the Dr. Organic tea tree oil blemish stick. This is for my acne. This just helps to prevent acne before it comes and kind of take away the dirt, but this one treats acne that's already there. So after I apply the cleanser, I just take my stick like this. It comes in this pack, so all you have to do, this is the actual stick. It's very small because actually less is more with this stick. You just take a little and then you just dab it all over your face and then you're good to go. Whether I'm using makeup or not, I tend to do this. This just helps my skin feel a little bit better. Now to the main part of this video. Before you apply your foundation, there's a very important ingredient. Something you have to apply to your face before you start your makeup, and that's a primer. The primer I use is the e.l.f. mineral infused face primer. This primer is actually really good. You don't really need that much, like less is more with primer. You don't actually see primer that's that big because all you need is like 1-2 puffs, maybe 3 sometimes. I've never gone above 3 depending on how oily your skin tends to get. This helps to mattify your face. It smoothens out your pores and kind of gives you a fresh smooth base to apply your makeup on, and it makes makeup so much easier to apply. Okay, so the next product that you're going to need to make your foundation stay is a setting powder, and the setting powder I use is the benign banana powder, but then we have so many different types of setting powder on YouTube. Like what I see mostly is the Laura Mercier setting powder. I will try to leave a picture somewhere on the screen for you to know exactly what I'm talking about, or I'll just leave it down in the description box. So we have the Laura Mercier setting powder. We also have the Sacha Buttercup setting powder, as well as this right here, the benign setting powder. So how to use this setting powder? You apply it with where is my sponge? Apply it with a sponge like this. You just put a little, you dab the sponge on it and then use it for under your eyes, the bridge of your nose, your chin, your forehead. I apply it here also to help me tidy up my contour, and basically any other place that you think you need to, you know, mattify and maybe you tend to sweat more. Out of everything I'm going to mention, I think this is the most effective. If you don't want to buy any other thing, then you should definitely get yourself a setting powder. The next thing I'm going to be mentioning is, so for this product, you apply it after your entire makeup routine is done. This is a setting spray. Now the setting spray I use is the Milani Make It Last setting spray, and this actually is a 16-hour wear. You can also act as a primer. So there was a time when I traveled and then I forgot my primer back home, and this actually worked as an efficient primer, which means that you can't just use it after the makeup process but before the makeup process as well. In Nigeria you can get this for about 4,000 naira. Dollars, well, I don't really know, but I'm going to leave it in the description box, so maybe you can google that up later and see where you can get your hands on it. There are also various kinds of setting spray, but it's not as limited as the setting powder. Setting powder I don't really see so much. Even if there are many, there are just very few brands that are as effective as it's supposed to be. But this isn't the only setting spray I use. I also use the NYX matte finish setting spray, but I don't have my hands on that right now. I don't know where I put that. You can see that in my other video. If you go back and watch my eyebrow tutorial, you would see how I used a setting spray on my eyebrows. So this actually works in so many different diverse ways, so it's also something you need to get your hands on. So once you've applied your primer, your setting powder, and your setting spray. These 3 items are actually very essential to help make your makeup stay in place. It might not work 24 hours, guys. I still need to carry around, like me, I carry around baby wipes because I sweat a lot. You can carry around tissues, like those handy, you know, pocket tissues. You can carry around blotting papers. So when your makeup starts sliding and slipping, you can just take that out and just dab on your face, and it's actually going to help. You can also carry around some powder, maybe to just touch up your nose if your nose gets shiny. So these things tend to happen and we cannot easily escape them, but this just kind of helps to maybe give us a little extra time to have our makeup on. I don't know if there's anything I forgot to mention. Yeah, I think I kind of mentioned everything, I think. So I'm just going to go over it again. Number 1, know your skin type, because different skin types use different foundation. So you should know your skin type before you know the kind of foundation to buy. Secondly, you should know and be aware that there are different kinds of foundation in terms of texture. We have very sheer foundation which gives light coverage. We have foundation with medium coverage like my Mary Kay, as I showed you guys earlier. We have foundations with full coverage like my black Opal True Color Stick foundation, as I showed you guys before. Then for the makeup process, before you start your makeup, you should use a primer. Primer helps to give you a smooth base to apply your makeup. After your application of your foundation and concealer, you should set your face with a setting powder. Then lastly, when your makeup is finally done, you should use a setting spray. And there's something I didn't mention about the setting spray. Less is more with the setting spray as well as the primer. When you're using your setting spray, you don't need more than 4 puffs of this, because they always tend to come in very small bottles. But actually that's not the case here. Less is actually more with a setting spray. You don't need more than 4, at most 5 puffs of this. And when you want to apply the setting spray, you should apply it in zigzag motions. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one just goes in the middle of my face. And if you do it that way, you'll see that the setting spray goes round and touches every part of your face. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, I apologize for kind of lacking behind in my consistency. I haven't put up a video in a really long time, and I'm going to try to work on that, honestly. I know I promised that before. I know I did, but I'm promising it again. I'm going to try and work on it, okay? So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. You know where the button is. If you have questions, please, I would love to know in the comment section below. Not just questions, you know, maybe you just want to compliment me and my glow today. Just let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video.